Hello everyone, Gabe here, PC community developer here at Ubisoft, and today we're going to be diving into some Hyper Scape PC goodness. Everything from the rendering API, the work done on the engine, as well as the PC specs themselves. We're going to give you a quick overview about what you can expect, all directly from the smart people over on the dev team. But that's enough of an introduction, let's get into it. Let's kick things off by talking about rendering APIs. An API, or Application Programming Interface, in simple terms acts as an intermediary to give the game commands to your graphics card so that different things can happen on your screen. The collaboration between your PC's hardware, the rendering API, and the game is what gives you all the action that you see on your screen. The Hyper Scape team decided to go with Vulkan as it's becoming more and more of an industry standard, and it offers some interesting capabilities to allow the team to offer smooth gameplay on a wide range of hardware setups. One of the interesting features that Vulkan offers is the concept of Descriptor set. It allows the renderer to configure what resources are going to be used by the graphics card with very little overhead. Within Hyper Scape, this allowed the team to save a huge amount of CPU resources within the code that is managing the GPU. It goes without saying, and we all know that performance is super important to the overall experience you have with a game, and Vulkan is a key element of that. From the start, the team set a tech objective to make sure that the game runs on as many hardware setups as possible and provides a great first-person experience. That means everything from polished 3Cs, so character, controls, camera, at least stable 60 FPS, low latency, and robust infrastructure. And of course, when it comes to performance, it's important to the team that you're able to push your hardware and take advantage of your high refresh rate monitors, which of course means there is no FPS cap. Engines play a giant role in shaping a game, and the Hyper Scape team has put years of work into theirs. The nature of dealing with an online environment as wild and as intense as a battle royale game presents a lot of complex and super exciting challenges the team set out to solve during the course of development. At a base level, the team started with the Rainbow Six engine and added tons of features and continued to develop it to support a large map and loads of players. From there, it was crucial to expand on things such as texture and mesh streaming, animations, network optimizations, tools to help build a larger map, and much more. Needless to say, the team has put a lot of work into the engine to make sure it's equipped in the best way possible and that it translates into a great experience. One of the best parts of an overall PC experience is being able to tweak and customize all those different settings, and the Hyper Scape team made sure that shined through in all the different variables that you can change within the graphical settings. To give everyone that experience they want in terms of performance and visuals, the team developed a new system that allows for more granularity than usual when it comes to visual quality settings. The settings themselves are made sure that they scale well and to give you complete control over them so you can adjust them to suit your own needs. You'll also find a giant list of presets available from ultra low, very low, low, medium, high, very high, and ultra high, so you can select the one that fits your needs best. There's of course also a custom category for those of you that want to tweak individual settings. What settings you end up tweaking to get the best out of your performance is of course highly dependent on your setup and any bottlenecks you might have. So, to get some quick answers, we asked the team for some recommendations about what settings you should tweak depending on the bottlenecks you face. When it comes to any CPU bottlenecks, you'll want to look at tweaking animation and sound quality settings. For graphics card, you'll want to look at resolutions, post effects, and the dynamic scaling settings. So now finally, let's dive into the PC specs so you have a better idea of what kind of hardware you need for different levels of performance. There are a few different categories, so let's break them down. Starting it off with 720p 30 FPS on ultra low settings. On the CPU side, you'll need an Intel Core i5-6600, and for graphics card, you'll need an Intel HD 520 Gen 9. You'll need 6 gigs of RAM, and for VRAM, you'll need 0 gigs on an integrated graphics card or 2 gigs on a discrete graphics card. For storage space, you're looking at 30 gigabytes across the board. For the next category, we have 1080p 60 FPS on the low settings. For CPU, you're looking at an Intel Core i3-3220 or an AMD FX 4130. For GPU, you'll want an NVIDIA GTX 660 or an AMD Radeon HD 7870. You'll need the same 6 gigs of RAM, and for the VRAM you'll need 3 GB. After that, we have 1080p at 60 FPS using the high settings. For the CPU, you're looking at an Intel Core i7-4790 or an AMD Ryzen 5 1500X. For graphics card, you'll want an NVIDIA GTX 1060 or an AMD Radeon RX 480. For RAM, you'll need at least 8 gigs of RAM, and VRAM you'll need 6 GB. And finally, we have 4K 60 FPS using the ultra high settings. For CPU, you'll need at least an Intel Core i9-7900X or an AMD Ryzen 5 Pro 3600. For the graphics card, you'll need an NVIDIA 2080 Ti or an AMD Radeon RX 5700 XT. For RAM, you're looking at 16 GB, and for VRAM, you'll need at least 11 GB. There are tons of tools out there that you can use to compare your hardware to these so you can get a better idea of the kind of performance you can expect. And that about wraps it up. We hope that gives you a better overview of what you can expect when it comes to Hyper Scape on PC. And as always, if you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comment section below. You can head over to the Hyper Scape channels, which you'll also find linked in the description below to check out any of their news and information going on around the game. But until next time, see you later.